On today's Live Daily News, a San Angelo Korean barbecue restaurant is moving closer to opening. The Northside homicide victim has been identified, and our congressman is fighting back against Islamic extremists. Plus, the Keep San Angelo Beautiful Fall Sweep is this weekend. All this and more. I'm Yantis Green, and this is Live. But before we get to the news, South Plains Implement here in San Angelo presents the October closeout sale. Unbeatable deals on John Deere compact and utility tractors. Save $1,500 on select 1 to 3 series tractors, $2,000 on select 4 series tractors, and a huge $3,000 off on select 5 series tractors. Hurry, because this offer is only good until October 27th. County restrictions do apply. Don't miss out on the October closeout savings. That's South Plains Implement in San Angelo off of US 67 North at 3993 Tractor Trail and at 18 more locations throughout West Texas and New Mexico. South Plains Implement, where farm meets family. Now on to the news. We start the show today with some exciting business news. The newest Korean barbecue restaurant in the city, Go-Go Goji on College Hills, is getting closer to opening. We told you back in October of last year that Ryan and Ronald Chang moved to town to open the former China Garden location on the corner of Loop 306 there at College Hills. The restaurant is now beginning the hiring process. No word yet on an opening date. Open interviews, though, begin on Monday. Check out the story on sanangelolive.com for more details. Also today, the man who was killed Wednesday morning in Lakeview has been identified by police. Yesterday, the news broke that San Angelo police found a man deceased at a location near the intersection of 48th Street and Lake Drive. San Angelo Police Department Public Information Officer Richard Espinosa confirmed this afternoon that the deceased is 43-year-old Magdaleno Medina. Still no word on how the man died, but once that is made public, we will let you know. In other news, dozens of citizens Wednesday night attended the Congregation Beth Israel Synagogue here in San Angelo to show support for Israel. The event brought together all types of people locally. Congressman August Pfluger said that he was proud of the way this district supports Israel. And that wasn't the only way Pfluger made headlines today either. He was also on Fox News because the congressman and veteran who fought against ISIS will be leading the Republican Party by introducing a bill to block Iran from getting access to the $6 billion released to them by the Biden administration. The bill proposed by Pfluger has been backed by a majority of Republicans in the House, so here's hoping that it passes. Moving into weather, today is the warmest day of this week, high around 92 degrees, but it's going to be cooler tomorrow with a cooling trend through the weekend. The coolest day of the weekend will be Sunday, with a high only reaching the mid-70s and lows in the mid-40s. It's going to be cool overnight. As for Friday Night Lights, it'll be football weather with temperatures in the 70s right around kickoff. Speaking of football, the Wall Hawks are looking to win 2 in a row against the Ballinger Bearcats Friday night. Head coach Houston Guy caught up with Cover One analyst Ryan Chadwick before the big matchup. Of course, before we get to that, here's a quick message from the Bass Bunch.
Do you have a child with special needs? Well, we have a special day of fun just for you. It's the Fall Festival for Children with Special Needs, sponsored by Jim Bass Ford and San Angelo Live. Join us at Jim Bass Ford Thursday, October 26th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. for games, prizes, refreshments, and candy, free for children with special needs and their families. The 2023 Fall Festival at Jim Bass Ford at the corner of Houston Hart and Arden Road. Don't miss it.
The Wall Hawks look to build off a dominant win they had over the Great Creek Eagles last Friday. I met with Wall's head coach Houston Guy after practice on Wednesday to talk about the win and what he expects from the Hawks against the Ballinger Bearcats this weekend. Here's Coach Guy. All right, joining me now is head coach of the Wall Hawks, Houston Guy. Coach, y'all had a dominant win over Great Creek last week. Just kind of take me through it.
You know, it was one of those games where we're really excited to get back on the field. After our Mason game, you know, we had left that field with a bad taste in our mouth, and we just needed to get on the field and play another football game, and that's what our kids did. They played really good offensively, defensively, you know, all phases of the game. Special teams wise, I thought we looked really good, so we were really happy with that.
And nothing against the Great Creek Eagles out there. I know Coach Teal is really trying to get these guys to improve, but it was an opportunity for the Hawks to kind of take a step back after that loss against Mason, and I know that a bunch of guys got a lot of playing time on Friday. Yeah. How beneficial do you think that is moving forward?
You know, I think it's huge for those kids that haven't got a whole lot of playing time until right now, and so we've had a lot of kids that, you know, have been our practice team kids that have put in a lot of time out here, and they need to be rewarded also. And so I like to see those guys get on the field, see what they can do, and it was good to see those guys play Friday night.
No, I'm sure it's also awesome seeing some of those guys, like, you know, get in the end zone, you know.
No doubt. You know, we've got kids scoring off punts and that normally wouldn't score, and we were excited about stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. But, Coach, moving into next week, you're going to be going up against another team that's really struggled. I know the Ballinger Bearcats, they can, at times they can put a really good product out there, but at times they struggle. Like, what is the overall outlook going into Ballinger on Friday?
You know, I know Coach Lang and those guys do a really good job over there. They're fighting every day, and they're trying to win ball games just like everybody else is. And those kids are playing hard, you know, and that's one of those things. You don't want to go into a situation and overlook a team like this, and that is playing as hard as these kids are. And so we're not going to take them lightly. We're not going to take them for granted. We're not, you know, looking past them at another opponent. We're looking at the Ballinger Bearcats for this Friday, and they do some good things. You know, there's some things that they do that have some bright spots, and so we really got to go to work on those things. And so I think that Friday night we'll see kind of how our kids stay focused and locked in, and it'll be a testament to our kids.
And Coach, in this game, of course, it's going to be another road environment. Do you think this is a chance for y'all to really kind of lock down, kind of just deal with the day-to-day traveling and stuff? Like, do you think that will be beneficial?
Yeah, I think it is. You know, just to get everything from packing stuff away to getting things loaded up to making sure you don't forget anything, to making sure you're acting correct on the bus and when you get off the bus and behaving when you're out of your element and out of your environment. You know, we want to see, and we expect our kids to keep that focus from the time that they get loaded on that bus and they're locked in all the way till game time. And it is a chance for them to kind of have a different environment than when they are at home.
And how is the overall psyche of your team right now after a big loss to Mason? A lot of, you know, internal errors that were committed in that game. Going into Great Creek, really have a big win. Do you think that they've just fully put that behind them? They're just ready to move forward?
You know, I think that you can put it behind you. You just don't forget it. You know, and they understand the errors that they made were mostly, you know, due to ourselves, and they started the week and really emphasized some of those issues that we have, you know, like our turnovers or our blocking, whether it's a chop block or whether it's a hold or stuff like that. You know, they take that stuff personal, and so I thought they've done a real good job of cleaning that stuff up this last week. And you know, we didn't have any blocks like that against Great Creek, and I think they've made a real conscious effort to clean that stuff up, and they've done a good job.
Okay, and you mentioned like those chop blocks that you were called for against Mason. What about on the offensive side of the ball, where like sometimes y'all got up to the line and like I know you jumped up, you false started, let's quote unquote false started like on 1 yard line. Has that been a focus, like practice last week into the Great Creek game, into practice this week?
Well, it's one of those things that the call that was on the goal line probably was not a false start. It was a call that shouldn't have been made. But so we don't worry about that kind of stuff. But if there's a call like when we did false start during the game when our offensive tackle moved, you know, we got to focus on stuff like that and worry about stuff that we can fix that we have control over. And we're not going to have control over what those officials see or what they do.
All right, Coach. I'll give the last word to you. Go ahead and tell everyone when and where the game's at. Get them excited for Ballinger on Friday.
Hey, we're going to play in Ballinger at 7 o'clock at Bearcat Stadium.
All right. Again, this has been head coach Houston Guy, coach of the Wall Hawks. The Wall Hawks travel to Ballinger on Friday to play the Bearcats. Ballinger has struggled this year, but Coach Guy says that the Hawks cannot overlook what Ballinger brings to the table. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. And of course, for more sports around the Concho Valley and beyond, be sure to check in every day at sanangelolive.com/sports.
Ew, that's so gross.
Right now, get 15% off carpet cleaning from Carpet Tech.
Recording 3, 2. And welcome back to the show. A very special guest today. It's our monthly talk, the monthly trash talk with Charlotte Anderson from Keep San Angelo Beautiful. Charlotte, you've been busy since the last time we've seen you, and of course, this is the busiest time for Keep San Angelo Beautiful. So let's start there. This weekend, let's just fast and furious. This weekend is very big for you guys. It's the fall sweep.
Absolutely. So we've got teams picking up all of their litter kits this week. We probably have over 36 teams. I want to say we're getting close to 600 participants in our event, so we're really excited about that. This year, we're doing things a little bit different because the numbers have grown.
Okay.
And we are picking up our litter kits in advance.
Okay.
So today is the last day to pick up litter kits. You can still join us if you wish, but our event will be this Saturday, October the 14th.
And so, picking up litter kits, I guess, beforehand, so it gives you more time to pick up trash the day of.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's much more efficient to get your grabbers, your gloves, your T-shirts, your safety vest. If you want your team to become a KSAB certified team, this is something new for us, and you get this beautiful little trophy.
Yeah, there you go.
We're real proud of this this year, and this means that you've gone through our safety training and had the safety data sheet that you shared with your team. You also agree to participate in April 6th with the Don't Mess with Texas Trash Off.
All right.
That's a TxDOT event, and you get to keep your supplies.
Very cool. So you can keep it going even when it's not time for it.
Absolutely. A lot of our teams need service hours, and so the best thing for them is to have something that's shovel ready or project ready to go. So they can pick up their litter kit and they can go anywhere in the city and do a cleanup if they need those service hours in a pinch. And it's really critical for them, and then it makes it more efficient for us. We will replenish those supplies. So we're going to offer trash bags, gloves, whatever you need. They will have their grabbers. We are providing granola bars for our teams this year.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great kickoff.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
A little bit of fuel to keep it going.
Absolutely.
So we've been talking about this fall sweep for quite some time now, so I'm glad you picked up a lot of traction and there's a lot of people there. But maybe let's talk a little bit specifics. Where is, I guess, the hot spots for this year?
So we have a lot of different hot spots. We'll be at the Lily Garden at that park. We'll be over on the Red Arroyo that's by Comfort Inn and Suites, kind of by Family Power Sports. That area is the Red Arroyo right there. That's a hot spot. We've got people all the way down the river from 14th all the way to town to Rio Concho West. In the parks as well. The Red Arroyo that goes from Sherwood Way all the way across to College Hills. And then we have engaged a lot of our elementary students. So we've got kids at Goliad Elementary, Fort Concho. We have our distinguished honors. We have a lot of ASU students and groups that are participating this year. They'll be over by the Children's Advocacy Center off of Jackson.
And Bryant.
Yep. So we're really tackling those tough areas, and I have a feeling we're going to make a huge impact.
Well, those areas are places that people are always at or driving by, and people are always seeing them. So it's important that we keep those clean, especially because some of those places aren't people from San Angelo. It's people just driving by, and you don't want people driving by and thinking, this place is trashy.
Absolutely. And just people driving home. That hot spot on Glenna and Arden, there's a lot of residents back in there. No one wants to go home and drive through a bunch of trash. And that corner right there is a hot spot, and we've got a whole team from the State Supported Living Center that's going to be at that location. I think they've got about 22 guys out there that'll be cleaning up that lot. So it takes all of us.
Yep, I live back there, so thanks for doing that. No.
Yay!
But okay, so also you guys have other stuff coming up. Of course, right before you came in, you had some big news. So we'll call it breaking news since we're here on San Angelo Live.
Absolutely.
Breaking news, big awards for Keep San Angelo Beautiful here in town. So what awards did you get?
So we're really excited. The State of Texas Alliance for Recycling has selected us for a couple of awards this year, and we're real proud of that. So That would be the 2023 STAR, State of Texas Alliance for Recycling, Environmental Leadership Award in the category of Outstanding Public Outreach.
Okay.
And for Extraordinary Recycling Special Event, which would be our tire event.
Your tire event. So,
yes, sir.
We'll start with the first one, public outreach. Of course, you come on here every month and talk about it. But what are some of the other ways? I know that you have the book that you've done with some of the elementary schools, and so what are some of the outreach programs you think that maybe set you above the rest?
Right. So we're very engaged at every level, from elementary, middle school to high school and the college. So we provide events. We attend all the affairs at Angelo State University, whether it's a health fair, a stress less fair, if it's an Earth Day fair, volunteer fair. So we continue to give our information there. We are part of the horticulture group with A&M AgriLife, and so we're a proud sponsor of that through the city of San Angelo. And they have symposiums in the fall and the summer and all throughout the year. So we provide information, activities, and events. And then with our kids for America Recycles Day, which is the 15th of November, and then of course Earth Day, we provide activities to over maybe 2,250 students every year. So having that conversation and committing to enhancing our environment in San Angelo is a great undertaking. And I think it starts with awareness. And as far as recycling goes, we have a lot of literature that we post online and that we share at our events as to what goes in the bin, what doesn't go in the bin, where it goes after it goes in the bin. We have a recycling flow chart from BRI Recycling Services that we share. We have our 152NU from Keep America Beautiful. This was some research that they did during COVID, and it was very remarkable. They determined that if everybody picked up 152 pieces of trash at one time, there would be no more trash on the earth. So did some good research while they were not in action, but in action. So we continue to spread the message through all different types of media. We are very grateful for the opportunity to be with you and to share with your audiences, because we just absolutely love it.
Well, it's always fun to have you in here, because you're just a firecracker sometimes, and it's always fun. But the other award you got, of course, is for the events you guys put on, especially the tire event, which is coming up very soon. So it's a great segue into that. So,
absolutely.
Let's talk about the tire event, and also you'll have a tree event coming up as well.
Yes, so November 4th will be our tire event, and it is for passenger tires and pickup truck tires only. We do not want industrial tires. We cannot take tires with rims. They cannot be quartered. It needs to be a whole tire.
Just the rubber.
Yeah, and if it blew out, that's fine, but you can't cut your tires up into 4 pieces and bring them. They don't
recycle well like that.
They don't process through the machines, and they have an uneven distribution weight in the trailers that take them back to Burnett, Texas for recycling. So excited about that, but we're right at 20,000 tires on 25 18-wheelers, and that was part of our recognition for our extraordinary event. So not a lot of communities are doing tires. TxDOT says that according to their records, they're the number 2 leading tire debris on our freeways.
Yeah, of course.
So it's a big deal, and we've loved every minute of it. So we're very exciting. We have teams call us all the time. How did you do your tire event? Where did you get the trucks from? Where did they go? What did they do?
Right. I mean, it's a big event. Do we think it's going to be? You said around 20,000 tires. Do you think we're going to get a little bit more this year?
So for this event, we've got 3 18-wheelers. They hold anywhere from 800 to 1,200 tires. So if you need some team building, come on out and join us. This is the best service-oriented project in town. It's wonderful because you work with a team of 6 to 8 people. I mean, it's really important. If we get the herringbone pattern correct, that means we get more tires on the truck. So again, 8 to 1,200 tires. I got 3 trucks, so I'm gonna say we may be around 27 to 3,000 tires.
That's a lot of tires. Of course, that's like the ultimate question: are there more tires or doors in the
Absolutely.
world? And everyone's talking about it on social media all the time. But I mean, it may be tires, but at least not in San Angelo because y'all guys are taking care of the tires. Moving on to trees now. Y'all have the huge tree event that's at Olive's Nursery in the middle of November.
Yes. So the pickup for that is Friday, October 27th. Yes.
October 27th.
October 27th. So we received a grant from the Apache Corporation, and we also received a grant from the Tucker Foundation. So we'll be distributing 600 trees to our churches, our schools, our Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA, the Art Museum, and we're happy for the community to come out on Friday. We'll have plenty of trees. They're red oaks and live oaks. They're
perfect for San Angelo.
Absolutely. 5-gallon buckets, and the trunks are about an inch, and they should fit in the back seat of your car, and you may have to roll the windows down, but yes.
Yeah, I remember last year when I was out there at Olive's doing an interview with you, it was like, we better snag Charlotte in this little bit of time that we have because she is working like crazy. There's people coming in and out, grabbing all kinds of trees. I mean, you guys gave hundreds of trees out, I'm guessing, last year.
So this year we'll be up to a total of 900 trees.
900 trees,
and
so
that's
nearly 1,000 trees being added.
3 years.
3 years, wow. That's
so excited.
Yep, that's pretty crazy. Okay, Charlotte, is there anything I have just completely forgot or completely missed?
No, we're doing really good. One new thing that we've started is a Youth Advisory Council. And the kickoff meeting for that is going to be November 8th.
Perfect.
And it will be at the BRC in the training room. And we are very excited. We'll be sending out information to the schools, and hopefully we'll have a good response with our students. They'll have an opportunity.
High school, middle school, elementary school?
Elementary, high school, middle school.
Any kind.
Absolutely. We hope to have a team on each group, so one for elementary, middle, and high school, and we already have teams formed for that for high school and the elementary level, so we're excited about that. But take the pledge to never litter, recycle when you can. You get the certificate, you get the t-shirt. We're going to have a fantastic night. It's going to be sponsored by HEB, and we've got some great environmental video shorts on camping in the outdoors, on bats, on wolves, ocelots, and bears.
Nice.
So tracking the bears, it's really wonderful. And tracking bats, they actually put sonar on the bat with the sonar to track the activity of the bat.
Sure.
So they're real. The films are very, very exciting. So we're looking forward to that, engaging the kids and getting them out in the community, and they've just been fantastic. Our first president is Mr. Cash Coy. He goes to school at Fort Concho Elementary.
Wow.
And he
go.
actually has a team of 26 people that will be participating in the fall sweep. So thank you, Cash.
Look at that. Look, folks, if an elementary school kid can have 26 of his friends pick up trash, so can you and all of your friends. So, Charlotte, one more time, go ahead and rip off all those events and when they are, and then we'll call it good.
Super. So, October the 14th, that's this Saturday, is our fall sweep. October the 27th, you can pick up your tree at Olive's Nursery. And November the 4th is our tire event. November the 8th is our Youth Ambassador Council at the BRC, and we'll have more information on that online. And then after that, we'll have a recycled art contest that will take place in November the 9th through the 11th. And we will have the judging for that and announced on November 15th, America Recycles Day.
Perfect. What a busy, busy week for Keep San Angelo Beautiful. And we all appreciate it because if San Angelo wasn't beautiful, we all wouldn't love it as much, I guess, as we all do.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Well, thank you, Charlotte, for coming on the show.
Good to see you.
All right. Perfect. We'll hear from you again. Back to you guys. When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Kano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Kano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
And that's it for news, weather, and sports. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for Friday Night Football. And, of course, for the team here at San Angelo Live, thanks for viewing. I'm Yantis Green.